I'm glad you could join me today. Today we're going to make the best brownies you've ever had. This recipe is super easy. It's gluten-free, of course, and it has very few ingredients. It doesn't take long, so I'll explain this to you. You need the chocolate that comes in the little squares to do this recipe, and these are 1 ounce each, so you need 5 of these, and you need a half a cup of butter. And what you're going to do is put the butter in a pan on the stove at low heat and melt it, and then you're going to add the chocolate and stir it around until it's dissolved. And that's the hardest part of this whole recipe. The rest of it's super easy. So I've already done that to save time, and that's what's in this bowl. So once we do this, then we're going to add the sugar, which is just a half a cup. No, I'm sorry, it's 1 cup. Sometimes I forget. And I'm going to take my trusty wooden spoon, one of the family heirlooms that we have here at the house, and stir that all around. And once your chocolate and sugar and butter are all combined, you've got kind of a gluey looking mess, then we're going to switch over to the wire whisk, and we're going to add, I'm going to scrape this off to save a little bit of batter. I'm going to put it in this bowl over here, because I may need it again. Then I'm going to add a half teaspoon of vanilla, and we need 2 eggs, so you're going to add them 1 at a time. And then you're just going to whisk them into this mixture until they're all combined. This recipe has no baking powder, no baking soda, no yeast or anything like that. Then we're going to add the 2nd egg, same thing again. And we're going to whisk that all together. And then the only thing that's left at this point is to sift and add our gluten-free flour that has xanthan gum in it. And it's only a half a cup. Okay, I'm going to make a bunch of noise here. And I'm going to take this and put it in the sink because it's going to make a mess. Now we're going to sift the flour like we usually do. It's just to get a little more air in it and make it easier to blend into this mixture. We're going to add as much noise as possible so that the guy that's paying attention to the sound has to listen to this. There we go. And then you just fold this flour into that mixture, and then we put it in the pan and put it in the oven. It goes in the oven 30-35 minutes depending, at 350, and that's all there is to this recipe. If you like walnuts, you can put walnuts in it. If you want chocolate chips in there to add another flavor. We just like it plain, and we have it with ice cream or whipped cream, or sometimes just by itself. But it's a super simple recipe, and it's the best brownies you ever made. Okay, now I'm going to take my little scraper and I'm going to put it into a parchment covered 8-inch square pan. Trying to scrape off as much as I can off the wooden spoon. I'm going to move my parchment covered pan into the center of the table, and I'm going to scoop this out. And you can see it's quite fluid looking, but it doesn't look like brownies. It looks more like a quite loose chocolate cake batter. I think it's the butter, all the butter in it, that makes it so tasty. There we go. And that's going to go in the oven at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. The recipe will be in the video description below, and any questions, please leave us a comment.